Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another doubleheader of Baruch basketball here on YouTube channel Baruch Bearcat Broadcasting. Tonight we have the York College Cardinals coming into the Arc Arena to face your Baruch College Bearcats. The first tip-off is going to be the women's game between the Bearcats and Cardinals alongside Brian Flannery. I'm David Just, and Brian, big conference game here for Baruch, coming off a win last game against Medgar Evers, really able to turn the tide after losing 5 in a row.
Yeah, exactly, David. That Medgar Evers win was really big for the girls, and now it's hopefully a matter of really continuing that momentum that they found in the last matchup. Now, also, the last time they saw the Cardinals, they won, but it was by a very close margin. Only, I think, a matter of 2 points. It really came down to it. So there should be another good matchup here tonight at the Arc Arena.
And only one game separating York and Baruch in the standings for the CUNYAC. York coming at 3-8 in the conference. Baruch at 4-7, so definitely some playoff seeding and playoff implications in this one, coming into the latter half of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a ton of implications coming in, and both sides are going to have to fight hard.
So tonight your starting lineups first for your York College Cardinals. Starting at guard, number 10, Diana Jacome. Starting at the other guard, number 11, Elma Hodzik. Starting at forward, number 21, Kayla Cabrera. Starting at the other forward, number 14, Shiana Rocher. And starting at center, number 12, Macdej DeSources. And for your Baruch College Bearcats, starting at guard, number 1, Frances Snyder. Starting at the other guard, number 20, Samantha Genko. Starting at the forward position, number 25, Melinda Spayu. Starting at the other forward, number 40, Caitlin Rivera. And at center tonight, it's going to be number 15, Natalie Ebelhaupt. And an interesting turning event here, Brian, to begin the game. Apparently, there was an administrative error on behalf of York by not getting their lineups into the scores table in time. So Baruch's actually going to start with 2 technical free throws. Very rare occurrence. I think in the 4 years I've been here, I've only seen this one other time.
Yeah, I've never seen it. And hopefully we can get out to an early 2-point lead here.
Yeah, and that's definitely coaching, too. I mean, really nothing to do with the players other than the fact that they were on the court not able to coach. Anastasia Bittis not able to get her lineup in time.
Yeah, and they're going to send Genko here to the line to shoot 2. Hopefully get a nice little lead here for the Bearcats. Start this one out.
And then we will be underway here at the Arc Arena. So Samantha Genko at the line for the 2-shot technical. And she rattles home the first. So Baruch, no time gone, already have a 1-0 lead, and definitely a great opportunity for the Bearcats. Like you said, Brian, something to build upon. An off-back iron on the second, so we will have jump ball here in the middle of the court. We are moments away from the official start of the game between the York College Cardinals and the Baruch Bearcats. It's going to be Ebelhaupt and Cabrera to jump it here in the center of the court. York in their black row jerseys, white letters. Baruch in their usual home whites, light blue lettering. And we are underway here at the Arc Arena. York come away with it. It'll be in the hands of Rocher, and now Hodzik, will have the ball. York in the offensive end here, move the ball around the perimeter. Nice ball movement here in the early going by York College. Rocher has it, gives it up top to Hodzik, now to Jacome. Over to Hodzik, right wing 3. Offside iron, no good. Rebounded there by Frances Snyder for Baruch, and they'll be up to Spayu, and the Bearcats will push. Now to Genko, comes right into the lane, draws some contact, no foul. Ebelhaupt has the ball. And Snyder will slow things up, and go inside to Rivera from Spayu. Baruch moving the ball around, getting a little tangled up there was Genko and Snyder. Genko thinks about the shot, gives it off to Ebelhaupt. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Baruch moved the ball around the perimeter. Snyder now to Spayu, thinks about the shot, drives, baseline, pull up. Rattles around and out, no good. Rebounded there by DeSources for York. And Hodzik will bring it up into the front court. But a good first possession there by the Bearcats, able to move the ball around and create an open shot. Now Jacome calling out the offense for York. Has Rocher right wing. Rocher's going to drive against Genko. She gets fouled. Shot's no good, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Hey, Shishi, step inside. Mac, come here. Hurry up.
And David, important to note as well that a lot of girls had some breakout games in the last matchup against Medgar Evers. I believe Natalie Ebelhaupt had 19 points herself. Danielle Zerpolo had 18. Melinda was in the 20s, I believe. But just, again, I think if they can really channel that momentum that they found in that Medgar Evers matchup into this one, it should be in the Bearcats' favor tonight.
Yeah, and that's what you're really looking for. Where's that extra scoring going to come from, and to see the progression of some of these ladies as they move in latter parts of what for most of them is their freshman season. So we have a 1-1 game here. 8:48 remaining here in the first. Baruch in the offensive end with Ebelhaupt now on right wing. She's covered tightly by Cabrera, looking for options. trying to find Spyu inside. Now it'll be Rivera on the elbow. Her shot no good. Rebound batted around. Melinda Spyu comes away with it. Eberhaupt has it now right wing. She's going to drive into the paint. Floater off back rim, no good. And York will come the other way. Baruch so far getting a couple of shots, a couple good looks, unable to convert.
Yeah, getting their opportunities. Now they just need to convert.
A nice play there by Spyu to take the charge.
David, it seems like every game we draw at least one charging foul.
And it's been Spyu a lot of times, always in the right position.
Yep.
Takes that one in the chest, and that's going to be Rocher's first foul of the evening.
Yeah, great job by Melinda there.
Now Snyder quickly right into the lane for Baruch. Gives it off to Spyu at the free throw line. Goes past a few defenders. Her layup a little short, though, as it hit underneath the iron. And Coach Bittis wants York to push. Rocher has it, left wing three. Rattles that one home. Nice shot there by number 14, Shiana Rocher. Genko into the front court for Baruch. She's going to go right into the paint. Gives it off to Rivera up top. Snyder in the corner. And the ball movement on the first few possessions for Baruch has been good. Able to force some open shots. Unable to hit so far. Eberhaupt has it on the right wing up top to Schneider. Ball swung around to Rivera. And now to Genko in the corner. Her three is going to come up a little short. Ball's batted around. And it's going to be DeSources on the rebound. And York are going to push. Ball's tipped away. And I think it's going to, get saved there. Nope, they're going to say it went out of bounds. It's going to go last off of Elma Hodzik. And Daniela Zerpolo quickly into the game for the Bearcats and Coach Kotrazos. Seen the ball in Snyder's hand a few times here in the early going as the ball starts getting moved around the Baruch offensive end with Eberhaupt now back inside the Spyu. Back to Eberhaupt, a little give and go. Rattles around and good. Natalie Eberhaupt gets her first bucket of the evening.
Yeah, great ball movement there again, David.
Inside a couple give and go there from Spyu and Eberhaupt. Rocher now has it up top for York. Hodzik right wing three. Off front rim, no good. Eberhaupt tips it out, but it's going to be Cabrera who comes away with it for York. Crossover move there by Jacome. Nice play there. Zerpolo stays with her. Outside to Rocher. Left wing three. Off right rim. No good. Rebounded there by Cabrera. Her shot no good. Once again rebounded by York with the sources underneath. And her shot's a little too strong. And Spyu comes away with it and pushes it into the offensive end. Now up inside to Snyder. Her floater off side rim. No good. And Cabrera comes away with the rebound. Once again finding an open shot there, Brian, but unable to capitalize was Baruch. Now Jacome into the front court. Gives it inside to DeSources. Working on Rivera. Her shot no good. DeSources able to get her own rebound. Stepped on the baseline, though, and it'll go back to Baruch College. 6:12 remaining here in the first. Baruch trail 4-3.
And, David, also it's going to be interesting to see how, again, the height differential down low is going to bode for either side in this matchup. Baruch doing a good job so far of getting their defensive rebounds.
We'll see where Coach Kotrazos has Eberhaupt on the defensive end, giving Baruch the most size on the court.
Exactly. Melinda's
Spyu now
drive
into the lane. High floater, no good, but she's able to corral her own rebound and slow things up. She'll go back baseline looking for options. Gives it off to Rivera. Ball's tipped around. Now it's Snyder into the lane. Gives it back to Rivera. Her shot blocked by Hodzik, and she'll push right into the front court. Has Jacome, and Jacome's layup a little too strong. It's going to go off Hodzik last, and it'll go back to Baruch. Nice transition there by York, unable to finish.
And, again, girls doing a good job moving around the ball. They're getting their shots, David. We just got to hit them.
Yeah, definitely, especially the ones inside the lane. York's giving you that. You got to be able to convert. As now Millie Yee, who just checked into the game, has a right wing over to Eberhaupt. She's covered by Cabrera for the Cardinals. Dangerous pass there as Hodzik almost came away with it, but Zerpolo is able to corral. Millie Yee's shot a little short off right rim. And it'll be DeSources who comes away with the rebound, and Hodzik will push the ball up the court for the Cardinals. Ball swung around. It'll be Jacome now inside to Cabrera. Hard off glass. Shot no good. Rebounded there by DeSources. Not able to finish as her shot's contested. A little too strong now, and Eberhaupt comes away with it. Nope, it's going to go last off Eberhaupt, and it'll stay with the York Cardinals. Mary Mashansky checking into the game as Kayla Cabrera comes to the bench for the Cardinals.
And again, David, you see some of that height differential right there. When York able to corral 2 or 3 of their own offensive rebounds consecutively, might have to make a little bit of an adjustment in that 4-5 position.
MacDej DeSources coming in at 6 foot for the Cardinals. Tallest player in this game tonight, as Jacome's layup might have been tipped, but it was a wild shot there. Billy Yee comes away with it, now gives it up to Snyder. Yee now on the wing looking for options. Picks up her dribble, gives it off to Spayu. She's covered tightly there by Shiana Rocher. Spayu into the lane. Can she finish with the right hand? She can, but she's fouled. And will go to the line to shoot 2. The foul's going to be at number 12. The Sources. It's going to be her first foul of the evening. And Spayu off on the first. That one went around and out.
You're down.
And rattles home the second, so Baruch tied up here at 4. 4:38 remaining here in the first. Both teams right now struggling a little bit offensively, able to create some open looks. Just not knocking them down. As I say that, Shiana Rocher knocks that one down from the left wing. 3. Frances Snyder now, her pass tipped away by Diana Jacome, and Jacome's going to push. Bounce pass inside, and it looks like Hodzik curled back to set up the offense. Jacome turns it over, and it'll be Spayu who comes away with the steal. Spayu crossover move into the lane.
Nice move there by Melinda.
And the foul is going to be there on number 11, Elma Hodzik. Yeah, absolutely, Brian. I thought nice ball control as she got into the lane.
Yeah, she was driving there. I think she probably would have finished that look had she not been fouled, as Zerpolo moves it to Millie Yee behind the perimeter.
Yee's picked up there by Hodzik. Looking for options. It'll be Spayu on right wing. Back out to Millie Yee. Over to Snyder. Ball swung around. Now Zerpolo, baseline jumper. Knocks that one down. Nice open look and ball movement there by Baruch.
Really good. Really good.
Hey, you're going to play the top on the 32.
I think if we keep that kind of ball movement going all game, you're going to see those open looks, and we're going to convert.
Definitely a recipe for success. The ball movement on the offensive end has been solid for the Bearcats.
Exactly.
Now Rocher has a corner 3. Shot a little too long, around and out, no good. And Ebelhaupt comes away with the rebound, and it'll be up to Spayu, and Spayu will bring it over the timeline for the Bearcats. Bounce pass to Ebelhaupt, looking for options. Back into Spayu inside, gives it outside to Zerpolo. Another baseline look. Shot's a little too strong there as Jacome comes away with the rebound. And Hodzik, then they turn it over. It went off Hodzik's hands last, and it'll be Baruch's ball on the far side. Checking into the game, number 15, Christina Sierra for York, as Diana Jacome comes to the bench. Natalie Ebelhaupt will come to the bench for Baruch, with Genko checking back into the game for the Bearcats.
Yeah, Bearcats definitely looking to capitalize on this costly turnover by York.
Almost going with like a 5-guard lineup is Baruch, as shot no good by Snyder. Ball tipped back out though by Zerpolo. Bounce pass outside back to Snyder, looking for options. And Millie Yee almost turns that one over, able to corral the loose ball. Be Genko up top. 20 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Baruch have plenty of time. Now Genko, left wing 3. Might have rushed that a little bit. Zerpolo comes away with the rebound. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock, as that ball did not hit the rim. Now it's Snyder on the baseline. Her shot no good. Rebounded there by, sorry, can't catch. I think it was Rocher underneath, but it's going to be Hodzik into the front court, able to finish off glass. Nice play there by Elma Hodzik.
Yeah, and you can tell the Baruch girls are doing a good job of not necessarily corralling that first rebound, but tipping it so that one of the other girls could get it. So nice little strategy there to make up for some of that height difference, as Melinda Spayu looking for an open guard.
I think it was Snyder in the corner there.
Unable to get that one.
Snyder was cutting backdoor. I think Spayu thought she was going to be out in the corner for 3, and it'll be a Baruch turnover. Baruch trailed 9-6. With 2 minutes remaining here in the first. Hodzik has it now left wing, covered by Millie Yee. Gives it off to Mashansky. Mashansky into the lane, and she gets fouled as she goes up with it. Foul's going to be at number 2, Zerpolo.
Hey, come here.
That'll send Mary Mashansky to the line. The freshman guard from Queens, New York. And she's off on the first. And great ball movement, Brian, by Baruch in the early going. It's just they haven't been able to hit that open shot, and that's really been plaguing them here in the first as they trail by 3.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job of creating that separation, getting them open. Now it's just a matter, like we said, of really converting those opportunities as Snyder gives it to Melinda. Back to Snyder.
Now Michi has it up top. Baruch really able to stretch his defense out. As nice play there by Francis Snyder. An underhand scoop layup and able to finish. And Baruch now going to play the full court trap a little bit and really able to use some of their speed and some of the guards that they have on the court.
Exactly. Another great example, David, of Snyder really kind of compensating for that mismatch. Going with the underhand layup. Kind of caught York off guard as they catch Baruch off guard.
Nice play there by Rocher to get it inside to the Sources, who finished the open layup.
And they're going to call a carry. Is that a carry, David?
Yeah, it's going to be on Spayu. And a turnover there for Baruch. Haven't seen too many turnovers for the Bearcats in the here so far. But there's an unforced error, and it might be given right back as Rocher has to run that one down for York College. It's going to be a loose ball.
And Baruch will get back possession with 1:04 remaining.
And it's going to go back to the Bearcats, so a nice hustle play there. I think it might have been Val Michi on the hitting the deck there to get the jump ball call. And now Michi gets the inbound, looking for options. Spayu inside, back out to Zerpolo, knocks that one down. Was it a 3? No, they're going to say it was a 2. Baruch trail 11-10. Mishkansky now has it, gives it off to Hodzik. 45 seconds remaining here in the first. Hodzik going to go into the lane. Kicks it back outside to Sierra. Her shot off back rim, no good. Rebounded there by DeSources, who's able to finish. Once again, Baruch really not having an answer for DeSources with this lineup on the floor. Snyder over to Millie Yee. Mishansky quickly out on her. Michi on left wing. Ball swung around out of Snyder. Looking for Spayu, and instead swings it back around to Zerpolo. Puts it on the deck. Floater for Zerpolo. Knocks that one down. Nice play there by Daniela Zerpolo. And Baruch's offense starting to click here in the latter part of the first. 10 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Crossover move by Rocher. Has Snyder on her. Rocher has been quick to shoot tonight. She'll pull it again off left rim. No good. And that'll do it here for the first quarter. Baruch trail 13-12. Solid offense, though, by Baruch here at the latter part of the first. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcat Broadcasting. And welcome back to the Arc Arena. This is your first game of your doubleheader between York College and your Baruch Bearcats. It'll be York's ball to start things off here in the second.
And David, I think really coming off this first quarter, the girls played a clean 10 minutes there. Not many turnovers, forced some York turnovers, and just need to do a little bit better job of converting those open looks. But I think all in all, solid first quarter.
And Zerpolo comes away with a steal here and a good early scoring chance for the Bearcats. She's able to finish off back rim and knock that one down. Nice play there by Daniela Zerpolo.
Yeah, nice layup going into contact there for Zerpolo. And Baruch will get back possession. Not exactly sure what happened there.
I think right off the inbounds it was a turnover. And Daniela Zerpolo leading all scorers so far tonight with 8 points on 4 of 5 shooting, as Baruch out in the offensive end, leading by 1. Snyder left wing 3. Around and out, no good. Ball batted around, back to Snyder. Now it's up to Spayu on the top of the key. Hand off to Michi. Bounce pass around at Zerpolo baseline. Once again open, a little too strong on that one. And that's rebounded there by Rocher up to Hodzik for York, and they'll quickly push into the front court. Swings it outside to number 15, Christina Sierra. Her shot a little too strong. Goes off side rim, and Frances Snyder comes away with it for the Bearcats. She's quickly into the lane, almost loses it, might have. It's going to be a jump ball, and that's going to keep the ball with the Bearcats. Very fortunate there, whereas Baruch.
Yep. Samantha Genko will check in for Frances Snyder as she will take over the inbounding duties.
Now Zerpolo has a baseline on the right side here. He'll give it back to Spayu, who replaces Zerpolo. Ball swung around. Now into the hands of Genko, who's going to drive into the paint, looking for options. Bounce pass out to Spayu. Nice play to get Mashansky in the air. Nice double clutch there by Spayu to knock it in off glass. Baruch lead by 3.
A great job by Melinda there.
And now turnover there. Went off Sierra's hands last. I think the pass was from Rocher. And Baruch really upsetting the Cardinals with some of that full court press.
Yeah, you can really see they definitely rushed that possession, David.
They're trying to break down the press, and that time a little too quick.
Yeah, got a little overzealous there. As Val Michi with the open look converts a layup.
Nice find there by Genko on the backdoor cut by Michi.
And that's what you love to see, David, is really this team kind of gelling and knowing where they're going to be at all times.
Hodzik quick into the lane. Her shot off back rim. Genko comes away with the rebound. And Coach Kocherzos wants them to push, and I can see why. They've had a lot of success so far here in transition.
You're really kind of feeling that momentum start to shift, David, in the Bearcats' favor. Zerpolo
has a right wing, now gives it over to Yee. Ball swung around to Genko. Now up top to Michi. She'll take it right into the lane. Goes up against a couple defenders. Most importantly was Macdej DeSources, who at 6 foot is going to impose her will in the paint there.
Yeah, no doubt about that, David. And Danielle Zerpolo feeds Melinda on the inside. Melinda pulls up for the jumper, and it is good as Bearcats take a 20-13 lead here. York's going to call the timeout.
Coach Bittis wants to talk things over with 7:45 remaining here in the first, and you can see why. Baruch really having their way on the offensive end, but most importantly, the ball movement has been impressive and finding easy shots. The one that comes to mind the most is Michi being found by Genko backdoor for the easy lay-in.
Yeah, we talk about like nice ball possession, ball movement, but this is probably the best display we've seen all season, David. They're really, almost every possession, finding an open girl with an open look. And now you're starting to see this as they're breaking away with a 7-point lead, starting to really kind of take over this game and the momentum.
And on the offensive end, Baruch's been playing small. It's so important to bring DeSources out of that paint because with her height, she really will alter a lot of shots, even if she doesn't get her hand on the ball just for being a defensive presence. So the fact that you were able to bring her out and then find Michi cutting back door, you're going to have options.
Exactly.
It'll be Hodzik to inbounds for the Cardinals. Looking for options, trying to find DeSources, and Zerpolo comes away with the steal. Gives it under Michi underneath. Her shot is around and out. No good. It's going to go off Yee last, and it'll go back to York College, but Baruch almost making York have to pay for another mistake right there.
Yeah, great awareness by Zerpolo to really cut in front of that pass and gave the Bearcats yet another scoring opportunity here early on.
Aminata Sanya checks into the game as Kathleen Baldonado, who was only played a few minutes tonight, comes onto the bench. Hodzik now over to Sanya. Over to Rocher, back up top to Sanya. Ball swung around at Sierra in the corner. Her shot rattles around and is good. A nice way there for York to really stop the bleeding as Baruch went on a bit of a run there themselves.
Yeah, they're going to call that a 2-ball, David.
So it's going to cut the lead to 5 as the ball swung around the perimeter looking for options. It'll be Zerpolo now on the baseline. Yee from Michi. Baruch's ball movement on the offensive end, very impressive, and an unforced error there by the Bearcats as Michi Yee led Michi a little too close to that end line.
Yeah, good effort there by Val to try to corral that ball, but unfortunately York's coverage was a little too tight there. Able to force a Bearcat turnover as they bring up the ball.
And it'll be Sanya in the front court over to Hodzik. Ball swung around to Rocher up top. Looks for Sierra. Instead, Rocher will drive, and it's going to be a push. The foul's going to be on number 2, Daniela Zerpolo. That's going to be her second of the evening. Checking into the game is number 23, Christina DiNardo for York, as Macdej DeSources comes to the bench for the first time tonight, and York moving to a small lineup themselves to try to counteract the guards for Baruch. Ball inbounded now to DiNardo. Back to Hodzik. Her shot a little too strong from the baseline. No good. And Baruch can push with Genko leading the break. Genko off glass. No good, but Spayu soars in for the rebound. Crossover move by Spayu. And is able to knock that in off glass. Spayu pulling a LeBron and dropping the headband.
Another great move by Melinda there, David.
Way better hairline, too.
Yeah, LeBron does not have much of a hairline.
Yeah. 3 in the corner there by Sierra is no good, but Sonia comes away with the rebound. Nice spin move inside, but can't finish. The ball falls off rim, and it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay with York College, but nice move there by number 24, Aminata Sonia. Little spin move into the paint, unfortunately unable to finish.
Again, you got to like what you're seeing out of the Bearcats, even defensively, getting a lot of these rebounds, forcing a lot of not quality shots. So hopefully they can keep up this pressure.
Sonia has it inside now.
And again, good defense there by Millie Yee.
Ebelhaupt also inside there to defend, and now it'll be Spayu into the front court. Ebelhaupt just checking back into the game. Now Genko Yee in the corner. Ebelhaupt up top has Sierra on her. Ball swung around the perimeter. It'll be Genko in the corner. Nope, it'll be turnover for Baruch as their Polo throws it away. And Baruch's going to go for the trap as Hodzik's able to bring it into the front court for York. 5:47 remaining here in the first half. And that's going to be a 3 there by number 15, Christina Sierra. And David, cuts that lead to 4.
We've seen that 3 ball now coming out of the Cardinals at least on 3 or 4 possessions. If they keep that up, that's going to be deadly for the Bearcats as Melinda Spayu unable to get that one.
I think she was looking back for a foul.
Yeah.
None to be called.
But yeah, David, that York 3-point ball has really kept them within this game despite a lot of unforced and forced turnovers.
Yeah, York, we've seen Rocher on a couple occasions knock one down, and that time it was Christina Sierra. And it's going to be a turnover for York, and you can see the frustration on Coach Bittis' face. Another unforced turnover for the Cardinals.
And that's props to the Bearcats, David, to really kind of bring this pressure here early on in the first half, forcing a lot of these turnovers and making York kind of rush their possessions.
Now Genko over to Ebelhaupt, back up to Zerpolo. Yeah, to your point, Brian, I've seen they've gone with that trap a little bit more when they've brought in some of these smaller guards. Snyder now has it on right wing. She's covered by Hodzik, hands it off to Genko. Sierra on her. Ball to Zerpolo. Now Ebelhaupt has it on the baseline. And she takes too many steps, and it'll go back to York College. And Ebelhaupt coming up on a little bit of a limp there as they met a collect shins. Now Rocher gets the inbound over to Sonia.
Yeah, Baruch really bringing that full court press once again. York able to break it there.
Now Sierra has it in the front court. Hodzik left wing 3. A push shot there, no good. Rebounded there by Spayu, and Baruch's going to push. Bounce pass over to Zerpolo, off glass, and that rattles home. And it's going to be a timeout. 30-second timeout for the Bearcats. With 4:52 remaining here in the first half, Baruch have a 6-point lead, 24-18. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. And it's been, to your point, Brian, I think it's been the defense that has really led to the Bearcats offense.
Exactly, David. I think this is one of the cleanest games we've seen on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. And if you're Coach Katrozos, you got to be pretty happy with your lineup right now. They're bringing out quality possessions, putting up quality shots, and they're forcing a lot of these turnovers. So as of now, I don't see much really to change with this game plan besides just keep the pressure on.
Baruch only shooting 37% right now, but holding York to 7 of 27, a 26% clip. So definitely a solid defensive effort here by the Bearcats in the first half.
Yeah, that's really been the underlying theme of this lead, I think, right here.
So DiNardo to inbound, and it'll be Hodzik to bring up the ball for York College. Rocher has it right wing, finds Sonia cutting into the paint. Back outside to DiNardo. Ball thrown into the backcourt. And it's going to be out of bounds on York College, and it'll go back to Baruch. So another error there by York College.
And not only is that an error, David, but it gives Baruch great court position now, right underneath York's rim.
13 turnovers by York here in the first half. We've seen in the last few games, Baruch really able to force some turnovers on the defensive end as Sierra comes to the bench. It'll be Jacome back into the game for York College. Spayu now has it up top. Rocher on her. Hand off to Snyder. Thinks about the shot. Gives it off to Zerpolo. Ball swung around to Genko in the corner. Genko's going to drive. Bounce pass all the way through to Spayu. Rivera almost touched it. Let it go. And Spayu into the lane. Able to finish off glass. Nice play there by Melinda.
Again, another great take by Melinda there. Not an easy shot by any means, using a lot of body control to throw that one off glass, but with touch to get it in.
As Rocher knocks down the straightaway three.
Again, David, York really answering back with that 3-ball. They've definitely done a great job of that here in the first half.
Rocher's been hit a few herself, so definitely someone to close out on when she gets the ball behind the perimeter.
Yeah, might have to adjust that matchup there.
Definitely a talking point for Coach Kozos at halftime, trying to figure it out. Nice backdoor cut by Spyu. I think got tipped away there by Rocher, as we mentioned her name on the offensive end. Good, solid defensive play, and it'll be Hodzik into the front court. Jacome throws that one away, and Snyder comes away with the steal, looking for Hodzik as well. Snyder takes too many steps, and it'll go back to the Cardinals. Coach Bittis really animated here on the sideline, trying to pump up her team. Definitely could feel that this could be a key momentum area for York, especially after hitting that three on the offensive end.
Exactly, David. We talk about momentum so much throughout the course of the season, but this is still anyone's game right here, only a 5-point deficit.
Now Jacome has it inside to DeSources, who just checked into the game, giving York a little more size. Hodzik's pass back to Sonia was intercepted, and now be Zerpolo on the break, gives it off to Snyder off glass and able to finish. Nice play there by Frances Snyder.
Get to Samantha Genko, who finishes with that layup. Again, David, another quality possession by the Bearcats, despite being heavily contested within the paint, able to finish.
The ball will be moved around, and it's another turnover there as Diana Jacome throws it away. Checking back into the game's number 21, Kayla Cabrera, as Aminata Sanya comes to the bench, and yeah, really able to finish some tough layups, especially when they get into the paint. Has Baruch tonight. Some off-balance layups, some scoop layups, and
yeah, it's been incredibly impressive out of the girls.
Nice body control as they get in the air inside the paint.
Exactly.
Snyder takes the pick from Zerpolo on the right wing. Bounce pass back to Zerpolo, back up top to Snyder. Top of the key jumper, off by Snyder, but Zerpolo able to go over Jacome and grab the rebound. Bounce pass, I don't know if it was for Spyu or Genko, but Genko comes away with it. Ball swung around, and it'll be Rivera inside. Snyder to Genko up top. Now Zerpolo right wing looking for options. It's Genko up top and over to Snyder left wing. Snyder into the paint. High arcing layup. No good. Ball's loose as Spyu comes away with it. Spyu decides to take it herself. Left wing jumper. No good, but Daniela Zerpolo comes away with the rebound. And another possession here for Baruch. Baruch really able to keep stuff alive here with Spyu inside. Now Zerpolo, right wing jumper, knocks that one down. Daniela Zerpolo.
Yes, sir.
Having a big game, leading all scorers tonight so far.
And again, David, I love that offensive possession out of the Bearcats. Putting up a lot of quality shots, able to get their rebounds, really extend it, and ultimately finishing that with Zerpolo's jump shot.
I believe Zerpolo had 2 offensive boards on that possession, so
yeah, that's incredible.
It was fitting for her to get the jumper that went in.
Exactly.
Now a battle for the ball underneath. It's going to be Spyu who comes away with it, and Zerpolo's going to push for Baruch. Baruch has kept the tempo pretty high here since they went with a smaller lineup. Now ball inside to Spyu, looking for options. Ball's tipped away. Snyder's able to corral it. Hodzik all over her. Now it'll be Genko left wing. Ball swung around to Rivera, looking for options. Over to Genko, now back up top to Zerpolo. Ball swung around right wing to Snyder. The ball's moving quickly on the Baruch end as it has all night. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot there, a little too strong. And it'll be Cabrera who comes away with it, and Jacome will walk it up for York. Coming in on a minute remaining here in the half. Baruch lead by 9, 30-21. It'll be York's ball on the offensive end with Hodzik on the right wing. Rocher up top. Jacome's floater able to knock that one down. Nice play there by Diana Jacome inside. That puts her on the score sheet tonight with her first bucket. Now Genko has a right wing. Hodzik on her. She's played the full 20 minutes, or 19 and a half minutes of the first half. Spyu now up top. And Baruch calling out the offense. Spyu takes the pick from Rivera. Spyu going to go right past a couple defenders and gets fouled as she goes up with 24 seconds remaining here in the half. And that'll send Spyu to the line to shoot 2. Foul's going to be on number 12, Macdej DeSources, her second. And good for Spyu to go right into the taller defender.
Yeah, she's been driving. She's been really driving into that contact all game, David, and doing a great job of it.
And definitely have to draw the contact there because from the surface it looks bad going up against the double defenders. But if you can draw the contact and create the foul shots,
exactly,
it's a solid play there for Baruch, and now Baruch lead 31-23, and if York plays their cards right, they could hold for the final shot. 20 seconds remaining here in the half. Hodzik has it now inside to DeSources. DeSources pull-up jumper off front rim, back rim, and good. Nice play there by MacDej DeSources. 10 seconds remaining. Francis Snyder into the front court. Has Jacome on her. Bounce pass now to Zerpolo. Baseline jumper for Zerpolo. Off back rim, no good. Rocher comes away with the rebound. Jacome ahead of the pack, but that'll do it for the first half. And a solid first half for Baruch. 31-25, they lead, but getting it from a few ladies tonight. Spayu, really, Zerpolo having a solid game in the first half, and Baruch's offensive ball movement has been superb.
Yeah, it's truly been tremendous, David. I think this is definitely the cleanest, like I said, the cleanest game we've seen out of the girls on both sides. So if you're going into that locker room right now, you got to be feeling pretty good about that first half. I think there's a couple adjustments to be made, especially beyond the perimeter. York able to get a couple open three balls there, but for the exception of that and just continuing to really convert on those opportunities you get offensively, I don't see much that we need to change.
Yeah, definitely limiting the three balls. We've seen Rocher hit a couple as she leads York College with 10 points tonight. She's so far 3 of 6 from downtown. So definitely something to keep an eye on trying to limit the three ball. But if you're Baruch, you got to love what you're doing. Your defense is leading to offense, and your offense has been all ball movement, and that's why right now you have 2 of your ladies, Zerpolo with 12 points, Spayu with 10, really leading the way offensively for Baruch.
Yeah, you couldn't have said that better, David. There's such a relationship between the offensive and defensive side of the ball, and really the superb defense has given the girls this lead here in the first half, 31-25.
And yeah, to the defensive point, Baruch forcing 16 turnovers for York, and it's just when you turn the ball over like that, you're going to have a really tough time maintaining any offense because you can't really get into a rhythm.
Yeah. So it's definitely been in favor of the Bearcats here in the first half. Able to kind of, like I said, to exploit those turnovers and then converting on those turnovers, David. That's really where you see the deficit created, because we've seen all year both sides turn over the ball here and there, but I think it's a team that capitalizes on those turnovers and scores on that next possession. Those are the teams that win.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more, and Baruch's really doing a great job at both ends to take this early 6-point lead. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes to preview the second half. Baruch 31, York College 25. You're watching Baruch basketball on the home of all of Baruch Athletics YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcat Broadcasting. And welcome back. We're moments away from the start of our second half here at the Arc Arena between York College and Baruch Bearcats. York College trail Baruch right now 31-25. It's the first half of our doubleheader. Alongside Brian Flannery, I'm David Just. And Brian, a great first half by Baruch. What can they build off for the second half here?
Yeah, we really saw some great play out of the girls in the first half, David. And I think now it's really just a matter of continuing that momentum, that pressure that they've been putting on York. And I think if they can really channel that and continue that for the rest of this game, it's theirs.
We've really seen Baruch most successful, I think, with that smaller lineup. They kind of went away from Ebelhoff for a little bit, brought in Michi, and then we kind of saw some momentum swing there as Baruch were trailing by 3 early on, and we saw that some of the size and some of the length could not keep up with some of the ball movement by the Bearcats.
Yeah, that's a great point, David. And if anything, you'd think that bringing your bigger lineup onto the court would be better to kind of compensate for some of that height differential. However, like you said, going with that guard lineup, we even see the men's team doing a lot when they have
almost play a 4-guard, 1 forward position. And
exactly, and it really works well.
Absolutely. So we'll see Snyder, Genko, Ebelhaupt, Spyu, and Zerpolo starting the second half. Blocked there by DeSources. Nice play there. It's going to be DeSources, Hodzik, Cabrera, Sierra, and
that's a great start there, David.
Yeah.
Samantha Genko drains the 3 to start this third quarter off.
And Rocher on the court for York College. Yeah, Genko straight away 3 there. Quick start for the Bearcats. As Rocher goes able to go right into the lane, and Baruch still having no answer for number 14, Shiana Rocher, leading all scorers for York with 12 points.
And again, that was a great ball movement out of York to really find the open girl cutting. Easy layup.
That's how Coach Bittis wants to draw things up here, and as now Ebelhaupt has it inside. Ball swung around. Snyder over to Genko on the right wing. Inside to Spyu. Spyu pull-up jumper, around and out. No good. Spyu battling for the rebound, and it's going to go off her last. As it looks like her and DeSources both went up for the tip, and it'll be York's ball. Hodzik now will walk things up the court for the Cardinals, who trail by 7, a little over a minute gone here in the third. Rocher has it on the left wing, looking for options. Rocher left wing 3. She's feeling pretty confident after hitting 3 threes in the first half, and it's Cabrera, who was blocked there by Ebelhaupt. Baruch into the front court. Zerpolo now on the baseline, now to Genko right wing. They're going to say it's going to be a 2. It's going to be no good either way, and DeSources comes away with the rebound. And that was something we haven't seen in the first couple possessions by the Bearcats. They were really crashing the boards in the first half.
Yeah, now going for a little bit more of that perimeter attack.
And DeSources that time had a wide open rebound.
Yeah.
And really able to corral it with no pressure. Sierra's 3 a little too long, and its ball goes off DeSources last as York blows a chance at the offensive board there. Now Genko into the front court over to Ebelhaupt. Back out to Genko, who's shot off glass a little too strong, but she's able to corral her own rebound. And you hear the York coaching staff really getting on their team, not crashing the boards defensively and allowing Baruch with second opportunities. Genko now in the Spyu. Ball goes between her legs. DeSources comes away with it, and it'll be Rocher to walk it up, and Coach Bittis wants the tempo to be pushed for York College, but they'll have to set up in the half court with Hodzik. Crossover move. Nice play there. She goes past Genko. Pass trying to go inside to DeSources. Spyu comes away with the steal. She's going to push it into the front court. Spyu fake pass. There goes full length of the court. Can't finish, though. And Zerpolo comes away with the rebound. And once again, Baruch really out-hustling York on the boards.
Yeah, these offensive rebounds have been huge, David, to really extend the possessions.
Wild shot there by Genko, and DeSources comes away with the rebound. It'll be Hodzik to push it into the front court for the Cardinals. She'll go right into the lane against Spyu. Shot's a little too strong. Hodzik hits the deck for the loose ball. And there's going to be a foul there on number 1, Frances Snyder. It's going to be her, I believe her first. It is. I didn't really see much there. I thought
it was a loose ball, both girls going for it.
I think they're saying that Hodzik got pushed as she was going to go for the lunge, but I thought it was a clean play.
Yeah.
But it's going to stay with York College right in front of their own bench.
If anything, it looked a little bit more like a dive, David, like diving for that loose ball. But nonetheless, York will get the foul.
Ball swung around inside.
They get another foul here.
And a little too physical was Ebelhaupt as Cabrera, draws the foul.
Looks like a little bit of reach in there.
It's going to be Ebelhaupt's first. Looks like Baruch might be settling more into a 2-3 zone here in the second half with Ebelhaupt really playing that 5 underneath. Sierra's left wing three, shot no good. Rebound a weak side by Spayu, and she could push the tempo for the Bearcats. Spayu has Hodzik on her. Pass by Snyder across court to Genko. Now Zerpolo baseline. Nice find there by Snyder. Excuse me, by Genko. Rebounded there. Ebelhoft inside to Spayu. Spayu could take it back out as Baruch were able to get a fresh 30. Spayu looked like she got some contact there by DeSources. Shot was definitely altered, and it'll be York to push it into the front court. Hodzik has a free throw line jumper, too strong. Ball tipped last there by Dej DeSources, and it'll go back to Baruch College. Don't forget to stay tuned. About 20 minutes after the finish here, we're going to have the second game over doubleheader between the York men's Cardinals and the Baruch Bearcats. The Cardinals for the men are coming in at 8-13 overall, 4-8 in the CUNYAC. Baruch 16-4 overall, 10-1 in the CUNYAC, and more importantly 9-0 here at the Arc Arena. So trying to keep the Arc Arena as a fortress as they have so far
Fort never
this
lose.
season. Yeah, so far so good. As Spayu able to knock that one down and draw the foul, she's going to go to the line and has the opportunity to extend this game to 10-point lead.
Yeah, great finish there by Melinda once again, David. She's been doing a great job of taking those hard shots into contact, but also finishing them.
Yeah, to your point, Brian, Spayu really able to get into the lane and have her way with some things, and that time able to finish probably like a 5-foot jumper and able to create some contact.
And I think that's really been what separated this game so far is Melinda's finishes into contact, into taller girls has been tremendous.
And she knocks home the free throw. So the old school three-point play for Baruch. And with DeSources on the foul on that one, that's going to be her third, and that's going to force her to come to the bench. And good D here by Baruch, really coming with that full court press. Genko almost knocks it away from Rocher. She gets it back, bounce pass over to DiNardo, who just checked into the game for DeSources. Last going to go off of Mishansky, and it'll go back to Baruch with 5:57 remaining here in the third quarter. Baruch really picking up where they left off in the first. Strong defense there, Brian, and some good scoring chances and easy shot opportunities for the Bearcats as Spayu goes up with it.
And again, getting her own rebound.
And I think they reset the shot clock. The ball did not hit the rim, so the shot clock's going to probably drop back down to 23, and it'll be Baruch's ball side out on the far side of the court. But nice play there by Spayu. I think it was a sloppy shot on the first try, but really fighting to get her rebound.
Yeah, and again, another really heavily contested take, David. So good job like going for that, but also to get her own rebound. Really important.
And now Mishansky will bring it into the front court for the Bearcats. Jacome has it up top. She just checked into the game. DiNardo to Mishansky. And Rocher's going to be fouled as she tried to get into the lane. And it's going to be York ball underneath. The foul there is going to be on number 2, Daniela Zerpolo. That's going to be her third of the evening. Be Mishansky to inbound, looking for her options. Up top to Jacome. She has Genko on her. Now it's Mishansky, right wing 3. No good. Rebounded by Snyder. Crossover move, and Snyder can now bring it into the front court. Finds Zerpolo streaking on the right. Bounce pass inside to Ebelhoft, who's able to finish at the rim. Nice ball movement there, quick by Baruch in transition. As Jacome almost loses it. She does lose it. It's going to be a jump ball as both Spayu and Jacome are on the floor.
Well, Coach Petrozos is pumped up, seeing his girls really bringing the press, forcing another York turnover, winning that jump ball, David. I think seeing this progression out of the girls week by week, matchup by matchup has been huge.
And we've talked about it a lot. It's such a young team that these are all great scenarios for these girls to play in and really get an opportunity to play together, but also develop a winning style of basketball.
I mean, you're seeing that here tonight.
The last couple home games, and even the game at Medgar Evers, which we didn't really get to watch, we kind of read about afterwards. Definitely seeing the building process and seeing how well they could do, and they're actually, I think, getting better more so on the defensive end than they are the offensive end. Is now, nice play there by Mishansky. She's able to run it down. The pass from Genko was going to Ebelhoft, and Mishansky almost loses it, and now it'll be Rocher in the front court. Hodzik into the paint, gives it out to Mishansky, right wing 3. Shot no good. Rebounded there, though, by Cabrera. Her shot a little too strong and is also no good, and Coach Bittis wanted a foul. Ganko now into the front court, has Spayu right wing. She's covered by Rocher. She loses it. It's going to be a jump ball, and it'll stay with Baruch, but a sloppy play there by Spayu on the far side, almost turning it over for the Bearcats. And Coach Kadrozos wants a timeout with 4:25 remaining. Baruch lead 39-27. It's going to be a full timeout. You're watching Baruch basketball on the home of all Baruch Athletics YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcat Broadcasting.
In New York City, there is a place for people that want to be a part of something bigger than themselves, where if you work hard, the possibilities are endless. A place to learn, train, and play. In that order, the City University of New York Athletic Conference. This is where it all comes together. Find your people, be a part of a team, and don't just play the game, change the game. Champions aren't born, they're built. The City University of New York. Be exceptional.
And welcome back to the Arc Arena. We are in the third quarter of our first game of our York Baruch doubleheader on the campus of Baruch College. Do not forget to come out next week. It's going to be the 16th annual Battle of Lexington. It's going to be a whiteout here in the Arc Arena, and it's going to be on February 7th against arch rival Hunter College. The women are going to tip off at 5:30. The men's game is going to be on 8, and in between there's going to be food, prizes, and contests. Definitely tune into one of the most exciting nights of the basketball season. And, Brian, you'll be here with your whole team, I believe, correct?
Yeah, me and the baseball team will definitely be in attendance, David. And I think, nice block there by Melinda Spayu.
I think they're going to call a foul as Hodzik hit the deck hard.
Yeah, good effort by Melinda. Nice and aggressive there. Just unfortunately gets rung up for the foul.
So you're here. This is your senior year here at Baruch.
Yep.
What was some of your thoughts on some of the Battle of Lexes in year past? Because as we know, the Battle of Lex is a great time for teams and clubs to really come out and show some school spirit.
It definitely is, David. It's a great opportunity to really bring Baruch, which is such a diverse community, people here at all different times and all different clubs, sports, really bring everybody together and get them here in the Arc Arena at the same time. It's the closest thing we have to a homecoming, obviously not being a football school traditionally with a traditional campus. It's definitely our homecoming. So great event, lots of fun, and great basketball too.
Absolutely, against Hunter College, who we've always played tough, and they've always played us tough.
Yeah, there's also a lot on the line too. You kind of have that rivalry between the two Lexington schools, hence the name Battle of Lexington. So a lot on the line there, more than just a CUNYAC win.
Absolutely.
I think there's a lot of respect.
Especially late in the season, another conference matchup, and it's going to be pretty much conference play. It's going to be conference play all the way through here.
Exactly.
So definitely a great opportunity for Baruch. And, the gym will be packed that day. It'll be great atmosphere on campus.
I promise you I'll be loud up in the bleachers.
We'll hear you. You won't be on air, but we'll still hear you.
Oh, you definitely will.
And maybe have the opportunity to bring you on at one of the halftimes to talk a little bit about the game.
That would be great. And I think really the having the entire Baruch community here at the same time really plays into the game, David. You saw it more so in the women's game last year. I don't know if you remember that. I'm sure you were calling at the time. Went into, I believe, a double overtime, and the girl was able to win.
My lasting memory was Shannon Barrett running into her sister, the head coach, Kellyanne Barrett's arms at the end of the game because it was such a big win, and now we get to relive that this year against Hunter.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great night, and it's by far, I think, the best atmosphere here at the Arc Arena. We'll have both bleachers pretty much filled.
Yeah, you can't compare any event here at Baruch to the Battle of Lexington.
So it'll be a great night. That's a week from tonight. It's the kickoff at 5:30 for the women's game, 8 o'clock for the men's game. A little bit longer between two games because we'll have some festivities here at the Arc Arena, including food in the secondary gym, some contests. Everyone dresses up as fans and goes pretty nuts. I know there'll be some shirtless fans as well, and everyone has a really good time. Some body paint's never bad.
And again, we're going with the whiteout theme this year. Rather than the individual teams competing against one another, we're going with one unified theme. We're going with whiteout, so everyone's going to wear their white T-shirts, probably from Battle of Lexington.
And honestly, the men's team already, like you said, we said 9-0 at home. Hopefully looking for 10-0. If they can be 10-0 going into that game at home, I feel sorry for Hunter College that night just because of I mean, a lot of times Baruch will play with 100, maybe 200 people in the stands, the men's team, but to have 300 to 500 people in the stands, all wearing white, all jumping up and down at the same time.
And there's not a quiet moment in this arena, David, as a lot of the action and stuff, even just taking foul shots, the fans are on top of you.
And you can also see it on the far side of our court here, how close those bleachers are to the court itself. The fans will feel like they're on top of you, and definitely come out if you're on campus. If you're not on campus, it's free to come to the basketball game, and I think you'll have a great experience.
Yeah, I would highly recommend making those arrangements, David, because, again, it's the best event of the year.
Genko, corner three, shots off. Nice ball movement there by Baruch as we get back to action here. Hodzik brings it into the front court for York College. Baruch leading by 11, 2:40 remaining here in the third. Rocher now inside to Cabrera, backs down. Ebelhop, shot's no good. It's going to go off Spyu last, and York College will get the ball back underneath. The Sources and Christina Sierra checking back into the game for York College. Baruch staying in that 2-3 zone, looking for options, and Sierra, the ball is intended for Sierra as Hodzik throws it away. So it'll be Baruch's ball after an unforced turnover there by York College. 2:30 remaining here in the third quarter. Baruch lead by 11. Zerpolo has it now, swings the ball, is quickly swung around. It'll be Millie Yee, baseline jumper. Off back rim, no good. Rebounded there by York, and it'll be Hodzik into the front court. Now Rocher, right wing three, able to knock that one down. Shiana Rocher having a big game from behind the arc. Now Snyder has it in the front court for the Bearcats. Almost thrown away as Rocher's able to tip that. And very impressed tonight so far by Shiana Rocher, really having a monster game. Now Snyder has it up top, looking for options. Ball swung around, dangerous pass there by Ebelhop, back to Snyder. Now Ebelhop on the baseline, jab step. Her pass inside to Sabayu was tipped, and it'll go back to York as Hodzik goes full length of the court and able to lay that one in off glass. And it's going to be a blocking foul against Millie Yee, so it'll be an and one opportunity. And you can feel a little bit of a momentum switch here, Brian, with Hodzik going to the line to shoot the and one.
Yeah, York's definitely grabbing a lot of that Bearcat momentum here now, David. And like we said, only a 6-point deficit now. Still anyone's game here in the third quarter.
And Hodzik can cut it to 5. And Hodzik able to knock that one down. 1:40 remaining here in the third quarter. Baruch leading now only by 5. You feel a little bit of a momentum swing here, Brian, here in the third, as a little bit of, I believe, a 5-0 run now. Excuse me, a 6-0 run now by York College.
And yeah, another costly turnover there by the Bearcats. Need to really stop this bleeding.
Couldn't agree with you more there, as Rocher has it now right wing. Cabrera inside, free throw line jumper, rattles that one home. Baruch only leading by 3, 1:12 remaining here in the third.
And David, to reference our pregame chat about this game, the last time these two teams matched up, it was a 2-point game, and it came down to the last 10 seconds of the game. So we're seeing that balanced contest here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be makings of a great finish, and Baruch at one point having an 11-point lead here in this quarter. Seeing it slip away as York now quick to push with Hodzik. Can't finish. It'll be Cabrera on the rebound, and she knocks that one down, and it's a 1-point Baruch lead. I believe a 10-0 run now for York College Cardinals. Snyder swings the ball inside. Spyu backs it out. Yee left wing over to Snyder right wing. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball inside to Ebelhop, and it's going to be a steal by Rocher. Rocher all the way into the lane, can't finish. Nice D there by Snyder. Ball tipped around. Zerpolo comes away with the rebound, and Baruch have a few ladies ahead of the pack It'll be over to Spyu, who could lay it in, and she's able to do just that. Baruch lead by 3, 5 seconds remaining here in the third. York have to push. Hodzik pull up 3, no good, high off glass. And I think York at the end of the half there, at the end of the third, kind of got confused with how much time is left. But Baruch once having an 11-point lead, York going on a 10-2 run. And Baruch now only lead by 3, 41-38. We'll be back in just a moment with the start of the fourth quarter. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel and the home of Baruch Athletics, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.
In New York City, there is a place for people that want to be a part of something bigger than themselves, where if you work hard, the possibilities are endless. A place to learn, train, and play. In that order, the City University of New York Athletic Conference. This is where it all comes together. Find your people, be a part of a team, and don't just play the game, change the game. Champions aren't born, they're built. The City University of New York. Be exceptional.
And we are back here live at the Arc Arena with the fourth quarter coming at you.
Baruch leading now 41-38. And if you're just joining us, Baruch in the third quarter having an 11-point lead. That has slipped away. It is now to 3, courtesy of a 10-2 run by York College. And it's been Rocher, and it's been number 21, Kayla Cabrera, really dropping some buckets here in the late part of the third.
Really igniting a lot of this late momentum out of York. And now going into this fourth quarter, only a 3-point deficit, David, is truly anybody's game. We've seen Baruch kind of pull away with it at some point in the first half, but now it's the matter of one possession, David.
And Hodzik now has it up top for York over to Rocher's, having a monster game. Ball worked inside. Cabrera's shot, I think, blocked twice there by Ebelhaupt, and she'll be able to knock that one out of bounds. So it'll stay with York underneath. 15 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Rocher has it up top. Ball's thrown away, goes through the hands of Hodzik, and it'll go back to Baruch. Ball now into Zerpolo. Nice find there by Genko, and they're able to extend the lead back to 5. Good ball movement by the Bearcats here on the offensive end. Hodzik now has it up top. Bounce pass over to Rocher. Looking for options. Cabrera sets the pick right. Rocher uses it. Now it's Sierra in the corner. Cabrera calling for it, working on Ebelhaupt. Cabrera hits the deck. And she loses the ball. I think he was trying to draw the contact to Ebelhaupt. Good play there by Ebelhaupt, and it'll go back to Baruch. And Baruch playing a solid game here to start the fourth. A minute gone. Baruch lead by 5. Snyder now has it. Ball swung around. Now Genko over to Ebelhaupt on the baseline. She knocks that shot down, and it's a quick 4-0 run for Baruch to start the fourth quarter and extend that lead back to 7.
Yeah, and that's really what they needed here, David, is to stop that York momentum here early in the fourth quarter, because for a while there, York was starting to run away with this thing, close that deficit. However, Baruch coming out with a strong start here in the fourth quarter.
Dangerous pass there by Hodzik, trying to find Cabrera inside and unable to create that pass. And I think York very fortunate that it stayed their ball as Ebelhaupt got a hand on it. Now Hodzik swings it around to Rocher. Rocher covered by Genko, looking for options. It's Hodzik back up top. Crossover move, past Genko. Kicks it outside to Cabrera, but DeSources gets the loose ball. And they're saying they didn't get it off in time. It's going to be a shot clock violation. As it looked like Hodzik was going to go up with the shot. I think it just went right into DeSources' hands, and she couldn't get it up in time.
Yeah.
Now Genko on the left wing. Bounce pass to Zerpolo on the baseline. Ball swung across to the right wing. Bounce inside to Ebelhaupt. Now Spyu inside the paint.
Looks like she was blocked there.
Might have definitely been some contact as Rocher comes away with it. Hodzik now has it. A couple of high dribbles. And I think Coach was also thinking the same thing I was thinking. Where was the travel on that one?
Yeah.
And a steal there by Baruch. As Spayu comes away with it, it'll be pushed into the front court. Spayu will slow things up. Looking for her options. Found Snyder in the corner. Baruch will move it around the perimeter with Genko up top now. York staying with that 2-3 zone. It'll be Snyder over back to Genko. Left wing 3. Genko able to find some space. Her shot no good. And DeSources comes away with the rebound for York. Hodzik wants to push the tempo over to Sierra. Right wing 3 by her. Knocks that one down. And that pumps up York, and their bench is on their feet a little bit. 45-41, Baruch lead.
Again, David, really seeing that perimeter attack from York. Baruch really unable to stop that here.
Nice play there by Evilhoff. She was able to catch the ball in the post and pretty much hand it off to Spayu for the 8-foot jumper.
But what you can do is respond on the other side of the court there, David, which is a great job by the Bearcats.
And Coach Bittis and the York College Cardinals want to talk things over with 7:04 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Baruch lead 47-41. You're watching Baruch basketball on the home of Baruch Athletics YouTube channel. Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. And Brian, where they were struggling maybe a little bit at the end of the third quarter, Baruch have really had the opportunity to create a little bit of run here at the beginning of the fourth and extend their lead back to 6 as there was only 3 coming into the quarter.
Yeah, they've really done a great job of coming out here early on in the fourth quarter and setting the tone. And I think more so than any of the other quarters, David, to set the tone in the fourth quarter is obviously the most important because that's the final one. So if they can really continue this run they have here, they're going to close this one out with a win.
Baruch lead by 6. It'll be Spayu, Zerpolo, Evilhoff, Genko, and Snyder for the Bearcats. Sierra, Hodzik, Cabrera, DeSources, and Rocher for York College. 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Rocher has it now in the left corner. Now Sierra's 3. Her shot way short, but Cabrera is able to get that rebound and finish up at high and in.
And that's a defensive rebound you'd wish you'd have back, David.
Cabrera able to create some space under there and grab that board as now Genko has it in the front court for Baruch. Ball inside, trying to get it to Evilhoff. Stolen there by Rocher. And now it'll be Hodzik to push into the front court. Sierra shot no good. York really forcing some shots as now Spayu can't finish, gets her own rebound. I think Coach also wanted a foul. Now Evilhoff at the free throw line. Her jumper off left rim, no good, and Rocher comes away with the rebound.
York slowing up their offense here, trying to get off a quality shot.
Hodzik now in the front court for York, and I think they've struggled a little bit as Snyder comes away with the steal. Hodzik trying to chase her down, but Snyder able to lay that one in. And I think, just to my point, I think York has struggled a little bit when they've set up in the half court, and they've done way better running in transition tonight.
Yeah, majority of their points really seem to come in transition, David. And them slowing it down there allowed Francis Snyder to cue in on that pass, get the steal, and ultimately finish with a layup. And that will be a jump ball.
And it's going to go back to the Bearcats. I also noticed this Cabrera has been having a great game in the post, but when she gets the ball, she keeps her head down. And a great opportunity for Baruch to swarm, and definitely should crash when she gets the ball inside.
Yeah, and also with the officiating there, David, they called a jump ball. However, Coach Trozos was looking for more of a travel call out of there with the up and down with no movement. However, Bearcats get possession back.
And it'll be Evilhoff up top, finds the cutting Zerpolo. Her shot blocked by DeSources, but Zerpolo is able to corral that one. 12 seconds remaining here on the shot clock. Spayu over to Snyder.
Great
Snyder
ball
baseline
movement.
Jumper, a little too strong. Snyder comes in for the rebound with Cabrera. It'll be Cabrera who comes away with it. It'll be Hodzik to push for York College. Hodzik slows stuff up. It'll be Rocher now on the wing. Gives it to Cabrera. Free throw line jumper, a little too strong. It'll be DeSources on the rebound. Nope, it's going to be over the back. And it's going to go back to Baruch. And DeSources, that's going to be her fourth foul, and definitely in danger of finishing this game on the bench.
Yeah, definitely in some foul trouble here, David. 4:52 remaining.
Evilhoff now up top to Zerpolo. Ball swung around. Genko, corner 3. Shot's a little short. DeSources comes away with the rebound. Hodzik wants to push, and so York will push. Hodzik going into the paint, 1-on-2. Off back rim, no good. Evilhoff comes away with the rebound. Spayu's going to push right back for Baruch College. Bounce pass over to Zerpolo. Nice find there by Spayu. And Baruch extend their lead to 8. 4:23 remaining here.
And that was a great job, Melinda. Really had that court awareness to give it to Zerpolo. In transition, cutting with the nice, perfectly placed bounce pass, and Zerpolo able to finish.
Ooh, Cabrera shot off both sides of the rim. No good. The Sources puts up a wild shot, and Coach Bittis wanted a foul. No call there, and it'll be Baruch's ball. Spayu's going to push up top to Ebelhoft. Ebelhoft off glass, and one. Counted, and the foul. Nice play there by Ebelhoft. And you got to know York's a little frustrated with that one. They probably maybe should have got a call on one end, didn't get that call, and now went back the other end for the and-one opportunity.
Yeah, that was just a great job of Baruch to really get down the court, again, in transition, get it to Ebelhoft. Great job by her by finishing. She wasn't really inside on the post either. It was more of a fadeaway kind of layup and into contact, David.
Great play by Ebelhoft. Foul's going to be on number 14, Shiana Rocher. Shot, no rebound, free throw, no good. As Zerpolo tries to save it, she'll go out of bounds, and it'll go back to York College. Now Hodzik has in the front court, takes the pick from Mashansky, who just checked back into the game. Mashansky bounce pass to Rocher. Baruch really doing a great job swarming on the defensive end. And the foul there is going to be on number 14, Natalie Ebelhoft. Excuse me, number 15, Natalie Ebelhoft. Going to the line is going to be number 12, Mac DeSources.
Yeah, David, you wonder how these foul shots can play into a York potential comeback. Got a 10-point deficit, 3:47 remaining.
Off on the first.
So, yeah, every foul shot and pretty much every possession at this point in the game is crucial.
Especially the free throws, because you're stopping the clock with an opportunity for free points here.
Yep.
DeSources knocks down the second. So 1 of 2 from the line, cutting the lead to 9. 3:47 remaining here. Genko gives it over to Snyder, now into Spayu, looking for options. Bounce pass outside to Snyder, over to Genko. Ball moving around the perimeter pretty quickly for the Bearcats. Back over to Snyder on the right wing. Zerpolo in the corner. Dangerous pass there, Zerpolo to Genko, but Zerpolo's able to run down that loose ball. 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Baruch needs to get something up. Good D here by York. Ball swung around. Zerpolo's pass stolen, and Cabrera comes away with it for York College. Coach Bittis wants York to push, and Hodzik will bring it into the front court for the Cardinals. Mashansky, left wing three. Knocks that one down. Nice shot there by Mary Mashansky.
Again, David, like you said, every possession's crucial at this point. York able to convert on that three ball, puts them right back in this game.
Nice pass there by Hodzik to find Mashansky in transition. As Spayu gets fouled as she goes up for the layup. And nice drive there by Melinda Spayu. Foul's going to be on number 12, Mac DeSources, and that'll do it for DeSources on the evening. And DeSources is going to come out of the game. She had 17 boards tonight and 7 points. So a monster game for DeSources on the boards. We're waiting for some logistical stuff here as York needs 2 players on the line here for free throws. Coach Bittis really trying to plead with the refs that it was Rocher on the foul, but it was DeSources, and that'll be 5 for her. As DiNardo checks back into the game.
Melinda unable to convert on the first.
17 points tonight for Spayu, 4 steals, 6 assists, 7 boards. A great all-around game for Spayu as she's able to knock down the second. Baruch lead by 7, 2:52 remaining here in the ballgame. Hodzik has it up top, almost throws away. She does, as Snyder comes away with the ball for Baruch. Now Spayu has to push into the front court. It's going to be foul. It's going to be Elma Hodzik on the foul. That's going to be her second. That'll be Snyder to inbound right in front of the scorer's table here. Looking for options. Going to be Spyu up top with the ball. Genko has it. Ball swung around to Snyder. Zerpolo on the baseline. Back up top to Snyder. Swung around to Genko. Looking for options. Back to Snyder. The ball moving around the perimeter pretty quickly. And the foul's going to be on number 11, Elma Hodzik. That's going to be her 5th, and that's going to send Samantha Genko to the line to shoot free throws. It's going to be 2 shots. 2:25 remaining here in the ball game. Baruch lead 54-47. Genko knocks down the first. Sierra and Baldonado checking into the game for York. Cabrera and Donardo will come to the bench. And Genko goes 2 of 2 from the line, extends the lead back to 9. It'll be Hodzik to push it into the front court for York. Now Sierra has it back up top to Hodzik, looking for options. It's Baldonado in the left wing. Ball swung around. Mashansky working on Snyder. Crossover move. Mashansky comes into the lane. Foul's going to be on the floor. It's going to be underneath. The foul's going to be on number 1, Frances Snyder. That's going to be her 2nd of the evening. And it's going to be a 30-second for timeout for Coach Bittis and the York College Cardinals as they talk things over. But 9-point lead for Baruch, 2:07 remaining here in the 4th quarter, Brian. And Baruch really needs to play some defense, hit some free throws, and they can get out of here with their 2nd straight W.
Exactly, David. I think their defense has really been the undertone of this entire game. So they need to finish that out for 2 minutes and 7 seconds. And I think that will really seal the deal.
Yeah, it's been a solid defensive effort for Baruch, really forcing York College into a bunch of turnovers. You're talking about a York College team that currently has 27 turnovers on the evening, and I believe the last time we were here, we saw Baruch force over 30 turnovers in a close loss. So definitely you've seen the defensive presence become double and triple folded sometimes, especially with that full court press.
Yeah, it's really been tremendous, David, and I think again, those turnovers is what's getting them those offensive opportunities that they've been able to really take advantage of here. And now it's just a matter of getting a couple defensive stops, and this one will be in the books.
On 27 turnovers tonight, Baruch has 25 points off of them, so
yeah,
definitely big for the Bearcats. Now Hodzik into the lane, can't finish, a little too strong. And Genko's going to be fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 as Baruch are in the bonus, and Genko going 2 for 2 just a moment ago. Definitely the person you want at the line if you're Baruch.
Yeah, she's the best free throw shooter on the team. I don't have her exact percentage on hand, but I believe it's in the high 70s, maybe even 80. So she's been pretty much locked down from the line.
She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Baruch lead 56-47. 2 minutes remaining here in the ball game as Genko knocks down the first. And Genko knocks them both down, extends the lead to 11. Baldonado has it on the right wing, trying to go past Zerpolo. Goes straight to the rim. Zerpolo blocks her from behind. Nice defensive effort there by Daniela Zerpolo, and it'll stay with York College. 22 seconds remaining on the shot clock. 1 minute and 52 remaining here in the ballgame. Mashansky to inbound. Rocher and Hodzik kind of come together, and ball's tipped around. As Ebelhoft able to, goes right around the rim, can't finish. Nice find there by Spyu, I believe, and now Hodzik comes the other way for York. A little too strong is Hodzik. Ball's loose, and Snyder comes away with it. It's going to go off Snyder's leg last, and it'll go back to York College, trailing by 11. 1 minute and 32 remaining. You'll be York's ball in front of their own bench with Rocher to inbound. Mashansky now has a right wing. Bounce pass inside to Hodzik. And Hodzik hits the deck. They're going to call the foul on number 20, Samantha Genko. And there'll be York's ball underneath with 1 minute and 28 remaining. And York taking a little too much time at the offensive end trying to score the rock. Mashansky to inbound for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and again, David, it's all about stops here for the Bearcats.
Ball's thrown over the head of Sierra, and that's going to be
Not a backcourt
Wow,
violation?
how's that not a backcourt violation? Sierra touched it in the front court. And it's going to be a foul on number 2, Daniela Zerpolo.
Yeah, interesting how that wasn't a backcourt violation.
I thought Sierra touched her right in front of us, and then the ball went back. If that was straight off the inbounds, I understand. I think York got away with one there, and now Baldonado will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, so essentially what they were saying is that she didn't touch it, and it went straight to
the – It was a clean inbound, yeah.
Okay.
Now Baldonado off on the first, a little too strong. I mean, I thought Sierra was right in front of us. I thought she at least grazed it with her fingertips. I guess the ref saw it otherwise.
Yeah.
Not too much change in trajectory when she touched it, so maybe that's what threw him off.
Yeah, tough call for sure, especially from the other side of the court if they weren't in position.
Now Baldonado at the line for her second. And she knocks home the first. Second, excuse me. 58-48 is nice hustle play there by Baldonado. She goes crashing into the bench. It'll stay with Baruch Ball. Nice hustle play, though, by York. Bounce pass into Genko. She goes past Sierra. And Genko's fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2. And York really just trying to extend the game here and hope Baruch missed some free throws. Sierra's first foul of the evening.
And this is where basketball games take a little while, David, once we get into this fouling pattern of the last couple minutes.
I mean, as long as Genko can knock down these free throws,
yeah,
and Baruch continue to play some defense, they should be able to get out of here with a W now, but have the opportunity to extend their lead to 12 here with Genko on their second. She knocks down the second. Minute and 16 remaining here. Hodzik right into the paint. Nice floater there and able to knock that one down.
Again, good job by Baruch to get the inbound to Genko because she's our best shooter.
And she's already knocked down, I think, 6 free throws here in the fourth. And that'll send Hodzik 1 foul away from being over the limit. That will be her 4th of the evening. Minute and 6 seconds remain here in the fourth quarter at the Arc Arena. Don't forget to stay tuned as we have the second game of our doubleheader. Once again, the men's game between the York College Cardinals and your Baruch Bearcats as Genko knocks down the first. And knocks down the second. So Hodzik will have to go the full length of the court with the ball as Genko comes up on her. Genko D'ing Hodzik all the way down. Sierra right wing 3 off front rim. No good. Zerpolo comes away with that rebound. And Zerpolo is going to get fouled this time and putting her at the line to shoot 2. Change of face at the line as Genko was unable to get the ball in her hands.
Yeah, David, I thought Zerpolo got the pass off prior to the foul. But officials wasting no time to call it, and Zerpolo is going to go to the line for 2.
Also a quality free throw shooter in her own right, so definitely not someone you're upset about having at the line.
By all means.
So Baruch really just trying to close this thing out. As Zerpolo off on the first. Baruch leading by 12, 54 seconds. And it's going to be a timeout for Coach Bittis and York College. Baruch leading by 13 with 54.4 remaining here in the ball game. It's going to be a full timeout for Coach Bittis. And, Brian, Baruch should be leaving tonight with a W, and that'll push them to 4-8 in the conference, sending York College to 3-9 in the conference, and keeping Baruch in a position for a playoff spot.
Exactly, David. I think, like you said, pretty much the majority of the matchups from here on out are going to be CUNYAC matchups. So every game you're going to see is pivotal. So for the girls to come out and get the win tonight over York, pending 54 more seconds, puts them in a much better position to continue to keep the playoff hopes alive.
And the schedule does not let up. Tuesday night, February 5th, both the men's and the women's team will be at Brooklyn College, followed by the Battle of Lexington a week from tonight here against Hunter. So then you're at Lehman and home against Staten Island.
Yeah, not an easy couple opponents in front of you, David. Hunter's coming in at 10-1 in CUNY for the women's team.
Yeah, so Hunter definitely a tough matchup, and then also home against Staten Island, who's 10-1 also. So definitely some tough games still on the schedule. Brooklyn a little bit more winnable at 9-2 in the conference, and then of course Lehman probably your easiest game left. They're 1-19 on the season, 1-11 in the conference. As Snyder comes away with the steal, She circles back, gives it off to Genko, up top to Millie Yee. Now over to Spayu. And the foul, I think, is going to be Spayu who gets fouled, so that's going to send Melinda to the line to shoot 2. Melinda, 18 points tonight. Having a solid game, leading all scorers on the evening. Also a solid game by Daniela Zerpolo, 17, and Genko now has 14. As she's done a lot of damage at the line. 9 of 10 for Samantha Genko at the free throw line tonight, including closing it out here down the stretch for the Bearcats. And Spayu knocks down the second. A 14-point lead for Baruch. 45.6 remaining here. Now Baldonado right into the paint. A little too strong on the layup. Spayu gets a rebound, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 more. And that should do it. Baruch up by 14. If it wasn't done before, Brian, I think it's done now.
Yeah. So, again, if you're Coach Catrozos, you got to be very happy out of the performance from the girls tonight. Really bringing it on both sides of the ball, David. Just an all-around clean game.
And Spayu knocks down the first, extending that lead to 15. So, yeah, those last 4 games after tonight, Brian, are going to be the last 4 of the season. So, definitely still a lot to play for, especially on the ladies side, well, on both sides. But the ladies are really trying to cement a playoff spot, while the men are trying to really cover make sure they get that number 1 seed. Only 2 games above Staten Island, when they still have to play Staten Island at home, and they've already lost to Staten Island this season in Staten Island. Yeah,
that's really going to be interesting to see how it pans out down the stretch for the men's team, because obviously they've done a tremendous job here early on. They're putting a really good product on the court night in, night out. However, last time we traveled to Staten Island, unfortunately they beat us pretty good.
Almost by like 29, I believe. So.
Yeah, it was a rough game, but now it's just a matter of making those adjustments when we see them at home. And again, I know playing in Staten Island is not an easy place to play. I don't care what sport it is. But having them come to the Arc Arena, I think we'll have a little bit of an advantage. Hopefully, by then we'll officially be able to coin it Fort Never Lose. By then, currently sitting 9-0 at home games.
And that'll be the last game of the season, Wednesday, February 13th.
And that'll be big because I'm sure there'll be a lot of implications with that one as far as seeding goes.
Potentially, it depends, because right now you have the 2-game lead. So if you come into that game with that same 2-game lead, granted, momentum's great for the playoffs, but you could have the number 1 seed all wrapped up the week 2 nights before at home again. At Lehman College. And another foul there. It's going to send. Foul's going to be on number 13. 14. Sorry, Shiana Rocher. Her 4th foul, and that's going to send Spayu to the line. 26.8 remaining here in the ball game. And things have really come to a slow grind here at the end of the game, as Baruch have been forced to hit some free throws to end the game.
Do not dribble the ball. Grab it and hold it.
Spayu off on the first and knocks down the second. And it's going to be a timeout for York College with 26.8, trailing by 14. Coach Biddish just wants to use these last few possessions to go through the motions, but it's all but over here at the Arc Arena. Game 1 of our 2-game doubleheader. Don't forget to stay tuned, because at 7:30 we will have about 20 minutes after the end of this game, which may be a little bit after the 7:30, 7:35, 7:40. We'll come on a few minutes early, do some pregame talk. And then it'll be the York College Cardinals against the Baruch Bearcats in the second game of our doubleheader. Like you said, Brian, Baruch trying to extend that home court advantage to 9-0 on the season, and really
solidify that 10-0. I think that 10-0 mark is almost symbolic too. Once you get that into double digits, so they're fighting for one more home win here. But this York men's team is definitely the kind of team who can come in, and you definitely don't want to take them lightly, David, because they're coming off a win over Staten Island. So, again, pretty much anyone's conference at this point. Obviously, a lot of the records are kind of skewed. You got a lot of guys in first place by a lot of games. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to those games up in CCNY in the playoffs.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, that'll really determine the season, David. So it's not always about who's the best regular season team, but who's going to fight in the playoffs.
And now they will run it out, so Baruch will be able to walk this game out here, as their polo now has it on the left wing. And Coach Biddish tells the team York College Cardinals to lay off, so that will be a W here, and back-to-back wins for Coach Rizzosa and the Lady Bearcats, as Zerpolo will dribble it out here, and a big win here against a York College team that you're fighting for in the playoffs and would have been tied with had you lost today. A solid win, up by 14, second after losing 5 straight, winning 2 in a row. So definitely some good perseverance here by the Baruch Bearcats.
Yeah, definitely a great game, David. You'd love to see all the different parts of the Bearcats, offense, defense, really coming together, playing tremendous basketball here for Coach Catrozo. So he's got to be thrilled. The girls have to be thrilled, and this is really some good momentum going into the final stretch of the season.
Yeah, and you're talking about a game now you have at Brooklyn. Granted, they're 9-2 in the conference, but a great opportunity to go to Brooklyn and try to force an upset here and keep the momentum going. Right now, you have 3 players tonight in double digits with Spayu, Genko, and Zerpolo.
And that's the second game in a row that's happened. So that's super promising, David, to really not rely on one girl, but 3 has been tremendous.
And we've definitely seen some games where they've had a heavy leading scorer the ladies team has.
Yeah.
But we really didn't see secondary and tertiary scoring tonight.
It's been
you get the primary
yeah.
scoring, you get the secondary scoring, you get the tertiary scoring, and you see clutch play at the end. Samantha Genko really knocking down those free throws. Spayu, Zerpolo really playing well, and Baruch ball moving on the offensive end, which was really led by their defensive presence.
Yeah, it was truly a great game all around, David. So that'll wrap it up for us here in the women's half of the doubleheader.
We'll be back in about 15 minutes to preview the men's game. Once again, the women winning by 14 points in the first game of your doubleheader between Baruch College and York and the York Cardinals. You're watching Baruch basketball on YouTube channel. Baruch College Bearcats.